Thanks to your lack of self-control, I've had quite the mess on my hands. But, as much as I hate to say it, it did allow us to thoroughly scrub Ularu's computer and find the evidence that justified your actions. Yes, you made the right call. I've briefed Misako and discussed her plans on delivering the news to the board. We've decided to run with the truth. Ularu was the mole, she framed Imogene, and the situation was taken care of. Of course, the public, along with the rest of the corporation, will receive a much different version. Very well. Just don't expect too much. Not all board members condone brute force methods. Now that you've been briefed, let's attend a meeting.
So much work to do.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity LTD.
You've got to be kidding me.
Well, judging on the fact that neither Ularu nor Vina are here, I assume it's one of them.
Ularu being the more likely candidate.
Before you speculate any further, Lyndon is correct. Ularu was discovered to be a mole for Infinity LTD. Our operative here confirmed it, and the situation was dealt with.
Ularu simply confessed to something this big?
Ularu would only confess if she thought she could turn the situation in her favor.
Enough! We can discuss the handling later. The pressing situation remains. Lucas Drexler was given vital information on Project Dominion, and we can't allow him to use it. Vina is completing the Internal Neuroamp Prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity LTD, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. And that's precisely why I know we can count on you. Vina will be waiting for you in the Neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
If only...
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
Cursory scan of your vital signs. You are currently alive.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. Yes, I always love a willing subject. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. Of course, We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Clear. Dehydrate. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. It's good to see you again. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Warning. This unit does not possess advanced surgical capabilities.
If anyone else got their hands on our neuroamp technology, I'm sure the execs would lose it. name
How
a
to describe
Ryujin
it?
product and
One
someone
minute I
appears
was
probably
excited
working
about seeing
on
how the
it.
experiment
The
would
crown
go.
jewels, the Neuro
But next,
division.
I had a brief
Obvious.
moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought.
So many other
It
guards on
felt
this floor.
eerily natural.
Yeah?
And yes, I
Management's
admit it,
gotten pretty
just as you
paranoid
predicted.
about corporate spies.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest
I'm
dissertation.
sure the execs would
And you
praise
owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Yes. Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. When it comes to your job, you bet it does. Besides, the NeuroAmp is in total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I've been waiting here for ages.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity LTD. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right, Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity LTD. You have 2 options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D. That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Yuko work with Dalton to create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let him explain the details.
As soon as SSNN exposes Infinity LTD, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials. Project Dominion itself must remain confidential. This slate holds an overseer program that will gather the evidence we need and purge anything related to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. As far as the public will know, Ryujin Industries was never involved.
We also want to avoid a body count on this assignment. A murder report will only distract from what we are trying to accomplish here.
Yes, and lucky for us, Imogene was able to provide some information that may help you while inside. She's agreed to meet you in New Atlantis, where she can give you the locker key card of a disgruntled R&D employee. It should make your traversal through that department much easier. Yes. Having her back in the office will help restore some normalcy around here.
We're also issuing you an operative suit. Well, the person you could take that up with is no longer with us now, is she? So, any final questions before you go? Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Yuko's team has encoded your cover ID card with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in either way. Your name is Skylar Lumin, head of a small startup company called Lumin Interactive. We trust you can fill in the rest, should more information be needed.
I am telling you, it's a cover-up. They don't want to...
I got them, what do you call
them? Now, this meeting is more like it. I admit, I had my doubts that Dalton would believe the evidence, but I'm glad he pulled through. Well, consider this a repayment, then. I reached out to a disgruntled colleague of mine, since, as far as Infinity LTD is concerned, I technically still work there. He's willing to help see Infinity pay for what they're doing, so he's given me the key card to his locker. In it, he's left his R&D uniform, along with his ID card, so you can get inside the department floor. With that uniform, the guards will hardly look twice. Once you're done with Infinity, I'm supposed to remind you to make sure you drop off that slate to David Barron at SSNN. I didn't think so, but the execs like to be sure. Here's the locker keycard. It's on the first general office floor. I admit I'm a little jealous, but they got the right person running this assignment.
Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today? Ah, yes. From Lumin Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Welcome to Infinity LTD's marketing department. Desi notified me that you are on your way. If you just have a... excuse me. Howdy. Go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
huh?
I'm glad I'm not the one who has to recruit test subjects. corpus expecting something big at our next milestone presentation. Riding on our current project. I have a good feeling about our next neuroamp test.
Atlantis played home to gunplay and havoc.
Hello?
It's important that the people of the United Colonies can trust their primary news source. Can I help you? All right. You've got my attention. What's this so-called story about? All right. I'll take a look. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Got a problem?
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report. As long as it's good news, I suppose I can overlook your irritation. And how did the Neuroamp perform? I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity LTD and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barrett for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception. I'm glad we're on the same page. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. Good. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
You operatives really will wear anything. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available. Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why? Oh, I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's actions. More in the sense of, should a superior company like Ryujin make room for so many potentially lackluster employees? This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement. Being prepared for anything is a great asset, one that Masako excels at. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
Hey there. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the Neuroamp. I'd be the next Ray DeCaris, my childhood hero and mentor. How amazing would that be? DeMarcus, eat your heart out. Don't tell him I said that. He knows I love and respect him. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity LTD be? Exactly. Not that I want to gloat over it. Maybe just a little. Okay, so DeMarcus and I have really been looking forward to it, so fingers crossed this deal goes through. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
So much work to do. Great, the bane of my department. If you need something, make it quick. Choose your words carefully. If you expect me to respond to threats, you're sadly mistaken. Now, I can only assume you're referring to Infinity LTD, and there's only one right decision regarding that corporation. Complete dissolution. All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. Those tactics aren't going to change my mind. Those are reasons that may appeal to Genevieve or Lyndon, but not to me. I do get a little out of touch at times. It's an argument worth considering. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Are you trying to add to my stress right now? First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major... I'll do it. In an ideal situation? Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the great... This exchange has been...
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side? Well, you can let we just need to grab Infinity LTD while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR. You know, you're right. There's really too much. If any of those ghosts come to haunt, all right, I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. You're preaching to the choir. I have every intention of using it to our full advantage. In fact, I already have an entire Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. That's because you're the one with... As long as Masako... If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project... I knew it was a great... I suppose you're right. My first priority will be to get the board and all security members. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity LTD, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to do... I imagine we're looking at months. I only hope that Masako and... Now, if you excuse me, I have some preparations to make.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity LTD's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Ryujin will be launching a statement.
This acquisition is sure to have its financial pitfalls, but as a wise person pointed out, it would have major payoffs in the future. Plus, with their current situation, Infinity LTD will be more affordable than ever.
Arguments?
Acquiring Infinity LTD now is not a good look, especially if the public believes Misako was involved.
All right, let's get straight to it then. All in favor of acquiring Infinity LTD? All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity LTD?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? If there's nothing else, this meeting is concluded. I'll be following up with a few of you shortly.
If only there were more hours in the day.
So, Infinity LTD learned a lesson the hard way, and we exposed the traitor among us. It's unfortunate about Ularu, but in our business, she wasn't the first, and certainly won't be the last. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. Lyndon and I already had that conversation, and yes, you will be getting an increase in wages from now on. I truly appreciate what you've done. No operative has taken such drastic measures to ensure the safety of this corporation. What happened to Ularu was unfortunate, and I never thought such a choice would have rested on your shoulders. It's a lot of pressure for a new hire. My thought exactly. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well-deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.